Customer profitability analysis uses activity-based costing techniques to assign costs to individual customers or customer groups. In this case, the customer is the cost object instead of a product or service. We also keep in mind the differences in revenues, which also impact profitability and can vary depending on the customer or customer group. Usually, customers will be split into customer groups based on service levels, or into segments based on buying behaviours or preferences. The reason we undertake customer profitability analysis is to identify profitable customers so we can focus on retaining them, identify low profit or loss customers so we can work out how to fix this, and identify the types of customers that we should focus on to maximise profitability. Generally, you will find that customers that have a high cost to serve will yield low profits unless they pay top prices for this. Customers that have lower cost to serve will yield better net margins, and these will increase as the revenues from the customer can be increased depending on the customer's sensitivity to price. We need to focus on the long-term costs and benefits from a customer relationship, as sometimes a low margin might be okay if the customer will be locked in for a significant period of time and yield long-term returns, or provides other non-financial benefits. Knowing how much it costs to service customers in particular ways can be an extremely beneficial piece of information for strategic decision making. Remember that customer profitability analysis is another tool in your toolbox for understanding and analysing your organisation, which then goes into working out your strategy to increase your competitive edge and enhance or create additional value. Some examples of customer-driven activities that can cause cost differences include marketing and selling, relating to things such as marketing channels. Some customers might require more love and attention, whereas others will buy simply based on the price or features. Order entry costs. This is related to the amount of time spent processing orders. Many small orders versus less larger orders will cause order processing costs to be higher, particularly as a proportion of the sales dollars. Loading and shipping of customer orders, invoicing, collecting sales revenues, technical and administrative support, and after-sales service. There is a hierarchy that is worth keeping in mind when looking at customer activity costs. This is order-level activities such as processing orders, invoicing, packing, delivery, and collecting money. Customer-level activities such as acquiring and maintaining customers, sales calls, technical support, and sending out catalogues. And market-level activities based on classes of customer. This includes things such as advertising, market research, and trade shows. And we have facility-level activities. These are not driven by customers and should not be allocated for the purposes of customer profitability analysis for decision-making. These include things such as rent, power, and water. The analysis process is 1. Identify customers, either individuals or groups. 2. Measure revenues from each customer or group. 3. Measure full service costs for each. 4. Determine profitability. 5. Evaluate profitability. And 6. Take action. There are some things to be aware of, as with everything. Allocation of some costs, for example advertising, can be arbitrary, and which customers this actually impacts upon may be difficult to determine. Treatment of unavoidable or committed costs. If ignored for the purposes of customer profitability analysis, you may be understating the true costs if they are actually related. For example, things like the sales manager's salary. So they need to be either allocated evenly or noted as being excluded.